All right, let's talk about one of the most satisfying snacks out there, the bread roll. It's truly a marvel of texture and flavor, a perfect little package of deliciousness. Imagine biting through an incredibly crispy golden brown shell that shatters just so. Then you hit a soft, steamy interior packed with a savory, spiced filling. This isn't just a snack, it's an experience. It's the kind of thing you can whip up for a quick evening treat or make a big batch of for iftar, where it will disappear from the table in minutes. The beauty of the bread roll lies in its simplicity and its ability to transform humble ingredients into something spectacular. It's pure comfort, deep fried. So, what do we need to make these crunchy wonders happen? Let's get our mise en place in order, because being organized is half the battle in the kitchen. First, you'll need some basic white sandwich bread. About 8 to 10 slices will do. For our classic filling, grab a couple of large potatoes, boiled and ready for mashing. Then, we need our aromatics and vegetables. 1 small onion, finely chopped, a green chili for a little kick, also finely chopped, and a handful of fresh cilantro because brightness is key. For the spice blend, we're keeping it simple but effective. Some cumin seeds, a pinch of turmeric for that lovely color, red chili powder for heat, and of course, salt to taste. And for the grand finale, you'll need oil for deep frying. That's it. Simple, right? The magic of this recipe is its versatility. Think of the bread and filling as a blank canvas waiting for your creative touch. The version we're making today is a classic potato-based filling, a real crowd pleaser that hits all the right savory notes. Let's get our hands dirty and start with the heart of the roll, the filling. Take your boiled and peeled potatoes and place them in a large bowl. Using a potato masher or even just a fork, mash them until they are mostly smooth but still have a little bit of texture. We don't want a completely uniform puree. Those little lumps will provide a nice rustic mouthfeel. Now, it's time to build the flavor. In a small pan, heat a tablespoon of oil and add the cumin seeds. Let them sizzle and pop for about 30 seconds until they release their fragrant aroma. This little step, called blooming the spices, makes a huge difference in the final taste. Once the cumin is fragrant, add your finely chopped onions to the pan. Sauté them over medium heat until they become soft and translucent, which should take about 3 to 4 minutes. We're not looking for deep browning here, just a gentle cooking to mellow out their sharp flavor. Next, toss in the chopped green chilies and cook for another minute. Now add the turmeric and red chili powder, stirring them into the onion mixture for about 30 seconds to cook out their raw taste. This quick toast deepens their flavor profile significantly. Turn off the heat. This aromatic mixture is the flavor base for our entire filling, so make sure every component gets its moment in the pan. Now, it's time to marry all these components together. Scrape the entire contents of the pan, the onions, chilies, spices, and all that flavorful oil, directly into the bowl with your mashed potatoes. Add the fresh chopped cilantro and a generous pinch of salt. Using a spoon or your hands, which is always more fun, mix everything together thoroughly. Now for the assembly line, the part where everything comes together. Have a small bowl of water nearby. This will be our adhesive. Place 1 flattened bread slice on your work surface. Take a small portion of potato filling, about 2 tablespoons. Shape it into a compact log or oval with your hands. Make the log slightly shorter than the width of the bread. Position the log near one edge of the bread. Don't overfill it. Too much filling will make sealing difficult and cause bursting. Restraint is your friend here. Here comes the crucial part, rolling and sealing. Dip your fingertips into the bowl of water. Lightly moisten all 4 edges of the bread slice. That moisture activates the starch. It becomes glue. Start at the edge with the filling and tightly roll the bread around it. Tuck the filling in snugly as you roll. Aim for a compact cylinder with no air pockets. The tighter the roll, the less chance oil will seep in during frying. Once neat, secure the ends. Gently pinch the open ends together. The wet edges will help the bread stick. If it feels dry, add a tiny dab of water with your fingertip. Roll the cylinder between your palms to smooth the seams. You should have a perfectly sealed, compact log. Place it on a plate. Repeat until you have a whole army of rolls. It's showtime! The final transformation from a humble bread roll into a golden, crispy masterpiece is about to happen. Pour enough oil into a deep pan or kadai so that the rolls will be at least halfway submerged. Heat the oil over medium-high heat. How do you know when it's ready? The best way is to use a thermometer. You're aiming for about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have one, you can use the old school trick. Drop a tiny piece of bread into the oil. Gently, and I mean gently, slide a few rolls into the hot oil. Do not overcrowd the pan. Let them fry for a minute or two on the first side, undisturbed. You'll see them start to turn a beautiful pale gold. Using a slotted spoon or tongs, carefully turn them over. Continue to fry, turning them occasionally, until they are a deep, even golden brown all over. This should take about 4 to 5 minutes in total. Once they've reached that perfect shade of crispy brown, it's time to get them out of there. Transfer them immediately to a plate lined with paper towels or a wire rack. Sprinkle them with a tiny pinch of salt or chaat masala while they're still hot. These crispy bread rolls are absolutely fantastic on their own, but they love company. So go ahead, make a batch, share them with your loved ones, and enjoy the delicious, crunchy rewards of your hard work. There's nothing quite like it.